morning show with Wendy and Emmanuel on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And as you know, we have a lineup of programs to keep you locked in all morning. But before that, I would like to ask you, how was your week? Hope you had time to rest. Hope you had time to breathe. And hope you had time to reset. We kick off the morning show with Relationship 360 with Wendy. Right after that, we have the Discuss with Uncle Jimmy. Coming up next after that is Travel and Culture with Emmanuel. Last but not the least is the portal. And we always sign off with a bang, give you an awesome playlist from 11:30 a.m. to 12 noon. So really tell me, why would you be locked in all morning? Well, this is me officially welcoming you to Relationship 360 with Wendy, where we have those deep, tough conversations that are not sugar-coated at all. With me, I have here the famous, well, some people call him Pastor, but I call him the famous barrister Wendy. And today we will be talking about the fallacies of marriage, those misconceptions, illusions that some of us carry into marriage. We would be dissecting that topic today. Barrister Wendy, how are you doing? And how was your week?
Morning, Wendy.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Awesome to see you. Good
Just
morning, everyone. Just
adjust the mic as well.
Fantastic. Emmanuel, also good to see you.
Awesome to see you.
Happy
Is
Easter.
it happy Easter now?
Yes.
That's happy Easter.
Yes.
It's tomorrow. Yeah, it's actually tomorrow. So yeah, it's a just Saturday. Lagos, good morning. How you doing today? It's awesome to have every one of you back listening on the radio. The Saturday morning show is always here for you to keep you very, very engaged on these Saturdays and make sure that you are having a very relaxed weekend. We kick off this morning with Relationship 360 already. Wonderful has told you exactly what we're going to be discussing as regards the fallacies of marriage, which has been a topic here. It's been a front burner topic because of all of the revelations that we have on the programs. People talking, people speaking about themselves, being vulnerable here on the show is what we do. And of course, Barrister Olumide is always here to highlight the conversation. Barrister, good morning. How you doing? And how you prepared for us this morning?
I'm fine. I will just dive straight into discussion. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and listening to us again on Relationship 360. We really appreciate and never take it for granted. Now, the month of April for me has been a month dedicated to the memory of those who we lost through their spouses and lovers and paid the ultimate price for domestic violence and abuse by remaining in an abusive marriage or relationship. On the 8th of April, how I came to choose the month of April for this is the 8th of April 2022, we lost a mother of four, a wife to one, a powerful gospel singer and devoted Christian. She left an abusive marriage for 1 year, 3 months, but found her way back to him after he came to beg. Her mother refused, but she told her mother that what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. That will be a decision she paid for with her life as she eventually lost into the hands of her abusive husband. Her death shook the whole Christian world in Nigeria, and the idea and teaching by religious leaders and parents given to religious doctrines by their leaders encouraging them to send their children back into abuse. Osinachi paid a terrible price, and now we wonder. She was born on the 12th of November 1979 in Owerri and died on the 8th of April 2022. She was 42 and would have been 43 on the 12th of November that year. Today we remember her, and by extension, all those who paid the price through the men and women that they chose to love and eventually die for. In 2016, Shija reported that Nigeria loses an average of 300 to 350 women annually to domestic violence and abuse. And I can tell you categorically that last year, 2024, Nigeria lost over 400 of its citizens to acts of domestic violence. May their souls find some rest in eternity. We remember them today and dedicate the month of April to their memory. We will observe their memory once again in silence for a minute, hoping that those of you in abusive marriages and relationships will take this minute to remember and consider your stripes and future. It never ends well. You will ultimately lose. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. To our children, brothers and sisters we have lost, this is for you. May her soul and the souls of those we have lost continue to rest in peace. Today, I want us to examine critically the whys, that is, whys of this situation called violent and abusive marriages, and how do people get into it? What did they believe would happen with this choice, this person they have chosen? Why did they make that choice? Today, let's examine what I would term fallacies of marriage. These are the reasons why some people got into their marriage in the first place and the thinking that made them remain. Now, the word fallacy comes from the Latin word fallax, which means deceptive or misleading. The word fallacy, according to the Collins Dictionary, means an idea which many people believe to be true, which is in fact false because it is based on incorrect information or reasoning. Merriam-Webster defines fallacy as a reasoning that comes to a conclusion without evidence to support it. Now, the word fallacious describes an intentional deception or false conclusion coming from bad science or incomplete understanding. So, fallacies of marriage points to or means intentional deceptions, wrong reasonings about marriage. Now, the first fallacy of marriage, I will tell you, is you must get married. The first fallacy, the first misconception, the first conclusion based on no evidence is that you must get married. Marriage is simply an agreement between two people to become husband and wife through a legal process recognized by the state or by law. However, it is not a commandment, either by law, by religion, by culture, or tradition. There is nowhere in this world that marriage is compulsory. There is no religion or tradition that compels a man or woman to marry. It simply does not exist. Why? Because it is a choice. In fact, in some religions like Christianity, if you look at 1 Corinthians 7:7, Apostle Paul said he wished everybody would be single. In the same Bible, people like Elijah, Elisha, Jeremiah, Daniel, John the Baptist, Jesus, Anna the prophetess, Lydia, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego did not marry. But our parents start with this unholy comparison. Your younger sister is married and has children. What are you waiting for? You are 25 and still in your father's house. Your friends are married. You are bridesmaid here. When will you become the bride? You are the best man there. You are a groomsman here. When will you become the groom? You are now being groomed by clergy and you want to get a religious position, and then they tell you that you must marry to get that religious position. I pitied my mother because when I was 40 and unmarried, my mother would say, Tani Moshe, Okore Konsho Timoni, that is my only son. 40 and unmarried. So a lot of times she would bring clerics, religious leaders. Somebody would just call me. My name is Pastor so and so, and I'm a very good friend of your mother, and I would like to talk to you. And they would say, okay. They'll say, well, this, that, always telling me, yeah. So is it that I have a problem, or what exactly is the issue? And people would just be calling me and telling until one time I had to warn my mother. The times in the mornings, I would just hear they would surround my place. This pastor, they would just say, every spirit of marital delay, die, all that. And I had to come down at one time. I threatened a pastor, I got a cutlass that I would kill anybody that comes in. Because the pressure was just getting enough. When I say enough, that is, the cup was already full. And I am a man. Thank God at that time, I was now living by myself. So I banned them from coming to my house. At that time, my mother was no longer welcome. Through this practice and terrible attitude, we have pushed our children into the hands of strange men and women, because they just wanted to get out of your house, out of the pressure, out of the constant criticism. Your younger sister is married, your friend is married, Omo Lagbaja is married, that Tagmodo is married, your uncles, your friends, everybody will give, when are you going to marry? And you start comparing them with other people. Imagine some jokers in abusive marriages telling another person to go and marry. You that you are not enjoying your own marriage are telling me, when am I going to marry? You push them into the hands of the next person who mentions I like you. They just throw themselves at, just take me away from this home, take me away from. They marry not because they love the person, they marry just to get away from you and your criticism. Say you want to carry your grandchild, you go and get pregnant. Maybe his grandchild you want to carry. Have you sat down to tell your children your mistakes in life or your mistakes in marriage? Tell them about your vision or how they will discover their purpose in life? No, you will not tell them that. It is marriage that you will sit down on as if it is the ultimate achievement. Marriage is not an achievement. There is nowhere that tells you that your marriage comes with a political position. It does not come with any kind of appointment. Marriage does not come with a salary. So stop talking as if when you marry, automatically you become somebody. You are a mister before your marriage. You are still a mister after your marriage. The only thing that changes is Mrs. And because you are now plural to mister, that is why there is a S. Mr. with the S. You are a compliment to a man. You are married to a man. That is the only thing that changes. A letter. I belonged to a church some time back where one of the youth leaders was, they wanted to make him, but what was holding them down is that he was not married. So they were like, he has to be married because the Bible tells you, you must be married. 1 Timothy 3:2, a bishop must be blameless, husband of one wife. But they never read it to see that he was telling them to be husband of not more than one wife. That means you can't marry more than one. That was what he was saying, not that you must be married. Funny enough, Paul that wrote the same Timothy was not married. So it would be a contradiction if someone who is not married is telling you that you must be married to become who he is, which is an apostle, a bishop, a pastor. You would not see that, but will push. Now that man was pushed and he came to me. He was now encouraged to marry somebody from the choir, and it became. And he was very abusive because he would come to me. I would go to the office to even say hello. She would say that no, it's not her, that he should tell her the truth. Who did you come to see? That it was when you saw her that you now turned and said that there was nothing he could just do right. The marriage lasted not up to 2 years. In fact, he ran away from Lagos State. And he never came back. It was so abusive that at night, he would sit down in the security post with his aboki. That one would go and buy his indomie for him. Because it was fight. She would break things, break the TV. Now when he buys an electronic, he has to put his father's name on the receipt to say, it is daddy's TV, so she would break it. You forced her to, when they forced her, no, nothing God cannot do. She would change, you would, don't worry. You just force somebody into the hands of, listen, the only thing the Bible says about marriage is that it is honorable. That is all. You will not become an honorable politically. Marriage does not come with a salary. It doesn't come with any political, religious, or social office. You are just simply married, and you don't need to be married to fulfill any call. You don't need to be married to be successful in life. Let everybody marry at their own time. And those that say they don't want to marry Please, we were not born for marriage. We are here to fulfill a purpose, and Christ did not come to die for your marriage. He did not come to die so that you can marry. It is not in that eternal plan for man that it simply tells you that marriage is an earthly institution and it ends here. That is why when somebody dies, another person is free to marry, or it's one of those. If it was an eternal or spiritual thing, then even after death, you still will not be able to, because you are sealed. But it is just temporal. The first fallacy about marriage is marriage. You must marry. Anybody who has anybody pushing them into marriage, repeat my words to them. Lock them out of your lives, because what are you here? Is your sole purpose here just to get married? This is how you have pushed people into the hands of strange men, into the hands of strange women, into marriages and unions that they today regret. Leave them alone. Love them. Talk about every other thing. You might mention it once in a while that, how far is it that you've not seen? Don't worry. Whenever you are ready, we are here. Make them comfortable. Anybody that is disturbing you, please, the next money you get, move out of their houses. Or you can afford to be rude. You can afford to be rude, because the Bible tells them, parents, that do not push your children to anger. Do not anger them. So when you do, whatever you see, you will get. Don't let someone feel that they are inadequate because they are not married. You keep comparing them to their younger brother, to their older this, to their cousin, because of what? Not because of accomplishment, but simply because of marriage. That is ridiculous. And that is the cause of a lot of people's problems today. You will cause problems for them, and you will have the audacity to now die and leave them in the problem that you put them in.
Or not even help them find a solution to the problem.
There is even no problem. Some people are not just, I got married at 42. Is it written on my forehead? Did I build, as I got married, did they just, you are now married, take a house. You have 2 plots of land in, wherever. It just comes with nothing but responsibility. Men, you're only as good as what you can provide. If you are not ready, you are not ready. We have to go on a break. How many seconds do we have?
Just a few seconds. Well, please don't go nowhere. We are still dissecting the topic, the fallacies of marriage. And the first fallacy we just talked about is you must not marry. That is a fallacy. So please don't. Yes.
You must marry. That is the fallacy there.
Yes, you must marry.
Yeah, what are you doing?
So,
rise up and marry.
So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after this break.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Oh my God.
Mr. Teacher, this is what happens when children come to school. How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, man. All the learning and sports, brand energy. So those sweat stains, dirty uniforms and shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Wow.
The kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo. Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info Daily Winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. When Play during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark
It's still
of
the
the
same
National
thing
Trade
now,
Services
sir.
Limited,
It's
licensed
still
by
the
the
same
Lagos State
thing.
Lotteries
Oh,
and
sorry,
Gaming Commission.
My mother and her husband.
Are you for real?
Good.
Just like that.
You can't choose when you get sick, but you can choose an HMO that helps you live more life. Now, you could choose an HMO with generic plans or Hygia HMO's customized plans for every stage of your life.
Now that's what I
Help my
do.
mother.
You could choose an HMO with a handful of hospitals or Hygia HMO, which has a hospital network of over 2,000 providers within Nigeria with roaming options and no waiting time.
Yeah, that's more convenient.
You could also choose a cheaper HMO that doesn't quite meet your needs, or you could have IGEA HMO's comprehensive yet affordable healthcare plan. Life can be more with IGEA HMO. Live more life with IGEA HMO. Explore
Fallacy as
our
well.
comprehensive healthcare plans designed to meet your needs. Whether you're an individual, a family, elderly, an SME, or a corporate organization, we have affordable options for everyone. Visit our website at www.hygiahmo.com for more details. IGEA HMO. Live more life.
Introducing the
If
essence
you're not
of
married,
true
you choose you're not
authenticity
responsible. Ask
in
yourself,
fragrance.
man, 40 years,
Wazobia
still run around with
Yes,
young
they
girls.
see
the
the
correct
red
scent.
flags.
A unique
Yeah,
blend
still
that
run around
captivates the
with young
authentic
girls.
spirit of
Even some
Nigeria,
people,
now available in both
it's just some
perfume
people's
and
mindset
body
that have
spray
changed right now.
variants. Designed
Before,
for
if you are a
everyone.
man,
Yes, Wazobia
you
is
have
a
three
unisex
friends
fragrance
that are
perfect for
married,
both men and women. Its rich
and
and
you,
versatile
Never
aroma
married.
you're
is
never married.
Now
The
you
wives
with him.
of those men
You are the bad guy.
Release
is
your
the one that is
confidence
teaching their husband bad
every
things.
spray.
If they
Are
catch
you a
their
retailer or
husband
do you love to
in
buy in
interacting
bulk?
with
We
a
got you
girl or
covered
anything,
across
so that I know
Nigeria.
that your
Wazobia
friends today,
perfume comes
that
in
they
cartons
introduce
of
you.
24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 38 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia perfume a part of
We have
your collection or store?
31
For
seconds.
carton purchases, contact us at the email
That thing
address
happened.
contact
We'll be
at
going on this,
wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at
for
0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist you with
Ah,
your
you
order.
for real?
Wazobia perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away.
Oh my
Authentic,
God,
unisex, confidence,
always make it
Wazobia.
back up. Stop.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, welcome back to the morning show and it's Relationship 360. And we are discussing the fallacies of marriage. If you're just tuning in, we are live on Skype, we're live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube. So the first fallacy we have dissected today is you must marry. Barrister, the
I,
way
I remember that. Let me just interrupt. You know how bad it was those days? They would invite me for a get together, a night out, and when I'm there, they just say, sorry, it's for couples,
Couples only, please.
people that are in relationship or couples. So I have to do that. And it will be arranged by people that are my friends. There's
That's
one room
embarrassing.
that I will still.
that's
You see, the
embarrassing.
thing,
Do you know?
there's a public mindset or perception that if you're the only person, let's
In
say
your
you're
circle.
yes, in your circle, let's say you're a group
Yes.
of 4 friends,
I was
and you're the
older
only
than
one
all of them.
Hey.
And something happens, they'll say, is that your single friend
that's
is doing
corrupting you.
that's
The
corrupting
wives
you?
are always the ones saying that.
That is your single friend. So they would, it's a couple, don't worry, we'll do something. After some time, I did mine. When they got to my doorstep, I said, oh, sorry, it's for singles. And you can't just make me, you people cannot lead me into depression. I enjoyed myself. Some people amongst them are coming to meet me for their abusive marriages. And then you are telling me I can't attend what is meant for humans. So you say, no, I must be. They do all these things to put you under. Ladies and gentlemen, the only pressure that exists is the pressure that you put on yourself. Nobody can put you in pressure if you don't succumb to the pressure. Let me move. I want to carry my grandchildren. I want to carry my. You don't have other children that have given you grandchildren. You already have grandchildren, but no, it is your own grand. Then you give them. I was a single father, so you already had a
That was not
child,
enough for them.
but that would not be enough. They say no, married. But if you not get married now, marriage will not be enough. They say, you must have children. You have one. You must have another. You know, it never stops. So let nobody put you under pressure.
Yes.
Let nobody. Don't open that door to anybody. Don't give anybody that power. Whether they be social, religious, olori ebi, pastor, imam, whoever, brother, sister, put them in their place. And listen, it is not compulsory. I tell people relationship with anybody is by choice and it is not by force. You don't have what I need, I cut you off. You bring to me each time I come to you, you make me sad with all that. Meanwhile, it's not as if you are even having there was a time I went to beat up somebody's husband that time. I was there. I was telling the man to come down. He attacked me. And the person was the one telling me that I should get married.
When he's being abusive.
Oh, God. We exchanged punches that day. That now you can't be, is this the marriage you are? But it is not a problem. The second fallacy of marriage is that marriage fixes people. This is for those of you that enter marriage with the idea of fixing someone, that marriage can change someone. Those of you believe that you can fix him or you can fix her in marriage, this is for you. That a person will get better when you marry. That someone who lies after marriage will suddenly start telling the truth. Someone who is promiscuous will simply become monogamous after marriage. That they will get better. Just marry. Now, the word fix is both a noun and a verb. It means a difficult or awkward situation from which it is hard to remove yourself. It is otherwise called a predicament. So, in your trying to fix someone in a marriage or relationship, the first thing you notice about that is that the person has a problem. Otherwise, you would not be needing to fix something. So, you already know that there is a problem. Now, those of you who think that marriage can change a person, now the word change is a verb which means to alter, to make different, to modify. And then you ask the question, the person you are thinking about marrying needs to be altered, needs to be modified, needs to be changed. And so you marry someone you already know has a problem, and the problems are usually attitudinal, character problems. And you think that you will fix a person. Now, the first thing about fixing a person is to know that there is a problem in the first place, but you proceed to marry your problem. Let me come back to your diagnosis. You know that, first of all, secondly, they have parents, that is, people who gave birth to them, and those people who gave birth to them have not been able to fix them for over 20 years. Now, you that just met him or her last week, last month, 2 months ago, wants now to undertake a mission to fix someone in an institution called marriage. So the first question I ask those fixers, the unchanging changers, those people who believe that they can change people, is what qualification or training do you have in fixing people? That is, have you fixed or changed someone before that makes you confident that, oh, I can change this person because I have done it before? They call it a controlled experiment. You see, you can fix a pothole by just adding tar. You can fix a hole in the wall by just adding cement and blocks. You can fix a car by just changing the parts. You just get a mechanic. But notice all the things that you can fix are objects without opinions and objects that don't have a choice. But how can you fix a person who has a choice to say yes or no? You can only fix things that are inanimate. However, let me follow the path of change. A study which followed 1,000 children into adulthood. This study was conducted in Queen Mary Hospital in 1972 and 1978. The study was funded by the Health Research Councils in New Zealand, US, and Britain. They tracked the lives of 1,000 babies, 1,000 babies, and they assessed the children by psychologists every 2 years. It was carried out in New Zealand. And, they followed them till they were 21. And in psychiatry, this study was said to be the most comprehensive evidence to date that personality traits apparent in toddlers continued into maturity, and that earlier intervention for problems of children were better than later. That means it is easier to correct a child than an adult, which means it is easier to mold a plant than when it becomes a tree. It showed that by the ages of 0 to 3 years is the most important phase in child development, because the child downloads totally and directly everything from the parents, to the expressions, to the way they walk. The child downloads everything at that time, and it is at that time a lot of people, like Aristotle said, I would give me that child and I will tell you the man. That is, I will tell you who he will be, just studying him from his youth, from his being a baby. Now, this study showed that a child's character, the development occurs at adolescence and is fully formed by the age of 11 and 12. That means a person's character is fully formed between the ages of 10 to 12. That means after that, the person is complete. Somebody said, as a man thinks, so he is. And then we find that that very word is the definition of character in the dictionary. The way a man thinks and behaves, the way a man processes information. And recent brain research indicates that from birth to 3 years are the most important in a child's development. The moment for greatest impact of parenting on a child, 0 to 3. And you continue, when you notice this, you have to be there to pad it. Those things are not supposed to be there. That shows that you cut it out, then you train the child, you mold the child. Ladies and gentlemen, a child's character is fully formed by the median age of 12. You will now meet a man at 30, 18 years after his character is fully formed. You meet a woman at 20-something, decades after their character is fully formed, then you now say you want to change him. Do you have a degree in psychology or psychiatry? Even those that have multiple degrees have not been able to change. The second question is, who wants the change? Is it you, the person that loves the owner of the character, or the owner of the character himself? Who wants the change? The owner of the character is okay with his character, but it is you, the unchanging changer, that wants to change the character, to modify, to alter, to fix the person so that the person will be a suitable mate for the person. Listen, you cannot marry something defective as a choice, something you know has a problem for you. If you don't love them the way they are, then leave them. This leads a lot of people to marry for pity. You pity a person and you marry them because of pity. That was one of the most profound cases I handled. The lady married, the man was a sickle seller, the lady was not a sickle seller. And when it got to that conversation, they were dating and everything was okay. But when it got to the conversation, and the lady asked for the blood type, he now started with, this is why people don't want to marry me. And well, it's okay. The guy just started saying things like people leave him, people leave her. See, people marry sickle sellers. In fact, sickle sellers to me are some of the bravest people alive. It is not by a problem that they caused. It was by some kind of ignorance on the part of the parents. So it is someone's choice. People marry others living with HIV. It is a choice. But the man said a lot of things that made this woman feel pity. And he said, don't worry, I will marry you like that. Not because she loved, but she felt so much pity for him. Now in the marriage, it became so abusive. The man will say, well, my condition, so, the woman will be the one to go and switch on the generator. She will be the one to wash the car. She will be the one to open the gate. The man will sit down and, my condition. So she was very emotionally and psychologically stressed, and he was so abusive. And she didn't want to respond because, if I push him now and something happens. But he would slap her knowing that she will not slap him back. In fact, that was the time that when he wants to fight, when he wants to scatter, he will go to the kitchen, take 2 knives, give the wife 1 knife, hold himself for himself the other. And when the daughter will say, Daddy, you just tell the daughter, today you would either be fatherless or motherless. Eventually, this woman ran mad. Yes, the emotional, psychological abuse was so much, he ran mad. And she was now taken to a psychiatric facility. She came to my office from a psychiatric facility. She didn't even recognize her daughter. She went absolutely mad because she married for pity. And these are the things that you do. You marry someone to try to fix. If you don't love them the way they are, leave them alone. Who do you think you are that you have the capacity to? We have not been able to change Nigeria. You are marrying somebody. Our fathers could not change this country. You are the one that now gets someone you believe has a character flaw, is defective of something. You want to fix, and then you think marriage fixes character, that the person will change. Whoever sold you that load of crap, that marriage changes people. Marriage amplifies character. You will now see the person for who they truly are. Some people are best at friends, but the moment you decide you want to spend the rest of your life, that's why you see them saying, if I had known you were like this, I wouldn't have married you. So this is how you are. Marriage now shows you the extent of the person's either bad character, good character, you will see. So marriage is an eye-opener. Who is it? Okay, let us look at it this way. Lucifer was God's archangel. He was described in Isaiah 14 as the son of the morning. He was an archangel. He was the chief musician. But then something happened. The gentleman had pride and waged a war in heaven. God created him, right?
Yes.
So God could have altered him. God knows what was wrong with him. God would have just pressed a button or just squeezed something. God created him, knew everything. So God is the one that can change. But God did not change him. God kicked him out of heaven. Said this heaven cannot, and that is it. That character flaw, I cannot. But God was able to change it. Did not. Now you on earth now marry this devil that God kicked out of heaven, And you are saying you can change what God could not change. Is it that God was kind of silly, not knowing what to do? I mean, you could have just easily changed. But no, He has given everybody choice. So it is your choice to be what you can be, whatever you want to be. He will not argue with you, but He will not take some things. And that is why everybody must have boundaries. Just say, don't worry, he will change. Don't worry, she will change. Their character has been formed since 12 years old. If you cannot love them like that, leave them.
First, I would like to ask the question: why do so many people, go in with this mentality of, oh, I can fix my partner? And also, I feel like endurance goes hand in hand with this fixing thing. So please, I don't know if you can
You see,
shed more light on
some
it.
gentleman called and was talking about tolerance. You don't
Yeah.
tolerate abuse because abuse can take your life. You don't play with danger. Do you understand? You tolerate mistakes. You don't. There is something very important in things like murder and manslaughter. That is, I killed you because I wanted to kill you, and then I killed you by mistake. Manslaughter is like you are driving and somebody runs to the road. You are swerving, mistakenly you hit the person. The person ran to the road. You did not drive to go and kill the person. But then there is murder that you waited for this person and you drove. The difference is intention. So to prosecute, you have to show that this person intended to kill. Abuse is not manslaughter, which is a mistake. I did not mistakenly slap you. I slapped you. I saw you the way you were. I did not say, oh, you are mistakenly stupid. So you don't tolerate what was intentional. You tolerate what probably was a mistake. I play basketball. Everybody plays basketball. They know the difference between a foul call and then what is a mistake. I didn't see you. I didn't know you were there. But then I see you with the ball and I hit you. I push you out of the way. It was intentional. They blow for that. Even in football, an intentional mistake will show. So what are you trying to tolerate? Okay, why didn't God tolerate the devil there? God is what? Peaceful, patient, kind, merciful. God is love. God is. Why did he not love? Now he says he's going to hell. Why did God not love? You know, when the devil started that thing in heaven, there was war. You know,
Yes.
some were probably, I don't know if spirits could die, but there was war, there was violence. People were harmed, people were locked up. That destabilized a nation, that destabilized God's rulership. It interrupted. Anything that will interrupt the regular flow of your life, anything that will interrupt your mental well being, where you are not comfortable in your own skin, somebody criticizes, abuses you all the time, makes you feel inadequate. Somebody slaps and hits you, looking at you like this, insults you, insults your mother, insults your family is not welcome, and you're saying you tolerate. How can you tolerate what has the capacity? There's a serpent in your house, a venomous snake. You know what? Let's just tolerate it.
So this brings me to the video I saw online this week. It was a man, I think he's in the force, proposing to a lady, and he said something during the proposal. Both of them were. The man was quite elderly, and he said, "If you break my heart, I will break your own. You know, don't break." It was even a threat. Don't break my heart. If you break my heart,
I shall break yours.
I will break yours too. You know, and then it comes to the question of trauma. People have previous relationships. They were badly treated in those relationships, and they come with trauma and seemingly carry that same trauma into the very next relationship. And people make excuses for them, saying that, oh, it's because of his previous relationship, our previous relationship, that is why she's behaving like this. This is not the normal way she behaves. This is not the normal way he behaves. It's the trauma from the previous relationship. How would you speak to that?
So, you haven't healed from an injury. and you go back into the field, like you are an athlete, you got injured, you're supposed to heal before you can play the next match. So you have some players having injuries that would make them sit out for 6 months, 1 year, till they are okay. But this person has not healed from their injuries, but now wants to enter and play the match. What will happen is, number one, whatever position they are playing, there will be a problem, an advantage to the other team, because someone who is fit is playing against someone who is not fit and has an injury. There is no fight that an injured person will win over someone who is the same strength, the same knowledge, and very well fit. All I have to do is to attack your injury. If it is the right hand, my punches will be to the right hand. If it is to your leg, I'll be kicking you in the leg. Attack the injury. Now, the problem is someone who has not healed. You will know when you are in a relationship with someone who is carrying baggages from their previous relationship. At times, you have to keep telling them that, listen, I'm not your ex.
Yeah.
Because they will let you know. That's how this girl did. That's how this guy. That is not yet. You should already know that that is not a relationship. You are a band-aid. They are looking for, they call it a rebound, they call it whatever.
Yes, they call it rebound.
Whatever. You are a band-aid. You are a plaster. Someone is trying to use you
Temporary
to heal.
fix.
And then when they eventually heal, you will be unfit to continue. They just leave. Or they continue to hurt. So people that use themselves as an experiment for other people, I wonder. It's something you ought to know, oh, this person is not. But you see, this life is twisted. And a lot of things, when you allow religion and tradition to color your brain, you will never see clearly. The moment you remove religion and tradition from your eyes, you will be able to see clearly. And the issue is, the moment you see clearly, you will be able to know the name of your problem. When you now know the name of your problem, you already know the solution. The problem comes when you cannot find the name of your problem. They carry you from one hospital to the other testing this because they are looking for the name of the problem. But the moment they can find the name of your problem, what it is, treatment is already available. They know what to do.
Marcia, I would like to take this message. So this person wants to remain anonymous. He said, good morning, I'm calling me. You're a good speaker, but you cannot be a good husband. Marriage becomes abusive if you do not respect your boundaries. A man is the head of the woman and Lord, not your brother, not your father, not your husband. Is not a friend, but Lord. Let the wife know that when the wife knows that, she will see a sweet marriage. He said, however, nowadays women do not want a husband. They want a man that will call them baby. And if the man...
So you already know an abusive man when you see that.
I'm telling you.
Then you know I don't respond to abusive people. So
anyways, we're going on a quick break. And do not go nowhere.
Lord,
when you
created
come back,
her.
when we come back, we're still on the topic fallacies of marriage. Thank you.
Right back.
More conversation, more talk, more right.
I leave this guy here. You are still trouble now, your body are fought. Alright, let me come in now. Lagos, welcome back. This is the Relationship 360 here on 9.3 Nigeria Info. We have wonderful Christian here. We have Barrister Olumide here, who is looking very
very ready.
So here they are trying to calm me down. Hold on, please read the first line again.
Calm down.
Please read that first line again.
He said, good morning, Uncle Olumide. You are a good speaker, but you cannot be a good husband.
His name is Uwadima Evans,
Yeah.
right? I'm a good speaker, but I can't be a good husband because the man is Lord, not husband.
Lord.
Should be Lord.
Lord, not
So
husband,
you
not
called
brother.
my name, and that's why I'm calling your own name, Mr. Uwadima Evans. You think that, well, I would like to meet your wife, and then let your wife meet my wife, and then we'll compare notes.
You know,
and
if
see.
he has been listening on the
It's
program for a very long time, he would have heard one of those days that your wife spoke on the program live.
I'm even trying to wonder the kind of mentality, the kind of twisted mind that you would think that oppression is
Is the way.
equal to a good marriage. That she must know that you are Lord. That means you have a good marriage. Sir, you are very twisted, and you don't even know what humanity is. You don't know. Immediately I heard that, I was just pitying your wife. I'm pitying the children that will grow up under your tutelage, raising future abusers, except that child that will wake up and see the father for the abuser that he is. Are you kidding?
Even the Bible says two become one. It shows collaboration.
They say
It's
you will
oppression.
become one flesh.
It didn't say the man will be on top of
He
the
Yeah.
say your Lord, not
Lord.
your husband. He even said not a husband,
not a
right?
friend.
Not
He said
a
not a
friend.
friend.
But a Lord.
Lord,
You are twisted.
that's
sir.
the only
Let's
way she
move
can
on.
see
You are
it.
very twisted, Mr. Wadima.
So we're speaking about trauma, and I have this message here, and it goes back to what you said about religion. You know, if people take away religion, take away tradition from their eyes, that is only where they can see clearly. And this message comes in here. It says, "Good morning, barrister.
On the hour.
Security, and these ministries are doing well today. We are not commending them.
You're part of Nigeria Info.
You're part of the conversation.
Now I will look at you.
Lagos, we're still here. Sorry about that. I was taking this message. It said, "Good morning, barrister. I'm worried because the lady I want to marry refused to come and stay with me for a while. That it's against her religion. I don't know much about her. Please, I need your advice."
Coming to stay with you for a while, I don't know what that means. You know, if you are saying to spend a weekend or coming to stay with you, you think that would now determine or will now make you know who she is. Date her more, go out, spend a lot of time together. But if a woman refuses to, I think you should spend things like maybe one weekend, both of you Friday, go somewhere, come back Sunday or something. Those are good times to. But when you say refuse to come and stay with you for a while, maybe you are telling her to move in and she doesn't want to do that. I think you should reduce that. Spend time with her. If you are not comfortable, then leave her alone.
Yeah.
So spend more time in dates, going out
Yeah,
together.
spend more time. Spend more time. When it was myself, when I was dating, I dated her for about 6 months. By the 6th month, I already knew that this one, because we spent a lot of time. You know, we're on the phone. There was a time I was hungry. You know, I couldn't talk well on the phone, and she said, "What was wrong?" I said, "I was exhausted. I was just coming in." That was around 8. She said, "What happened?" I said, "I just couldn't talk. I'm hungry." And now and she drives from Agege. She cooks. She goes to the kitchen and her kitchen there and prepares one meal and drives from Agege to Yaba.
To bring it for you.
She didn't even know, she had not been to my house at that time. And I had to now go to, when she called me that she's in Yaba, I should describe how to. I said, "Which Yaba?" So I had to move out of the house to go and wait for her. And she brought a cooler of, I was just staring at, from Agege, I was just like, "Are you all right?" I took it, and then she drove back home. So those little acts make me like, it's like
And I think that's what it should actually look out for.
things
Those
like that.
things, those little things that matters, that just differentiate one person from
Very
another.
late at night, you got there like 10.
That's
Because she had to go and cook first. And when she brought, coolers, I ate in the morning, I ate in the I had to, what in my where I come from.
You were saying green flag.
You know what they say, you will revenge. I had to revenge.
you have to return the favor.
Revenge one time, like so things like that. You get to know that I had known that I won't be hungry with this woman because she can cook.
I have this very I think we're moving to questions.
Please let people call on the line.
This person saying he wants to remain anonymous, but a man, and he says, "I was in a marriage. It became violent because she wants me to beat her when we quarrel. On one occasion, she stabbed me. What did my family do? Was to tell me to take her back, which I did. But after some years, I just left the house. Don't marry because of pity. It never ends well.
She stabbed him.
She stabbed him.
He waited until she stabbed him. You see, it doesn't get hey, temperature increases.
It doesn't get better.
It
with
doesn't
time.
get better. Character just keeps showing back to back. He wants you to beat. Please call the phone lines.
Yes.
Please let it be those that haven't called.
Mm.
Please, if you've called, please let those who haven't called this station, this program before, let them call. Please, let's hear new voices, new questions, new situations, new scenarios from new people. We love you, you know that. But please let today be for those who haven't called.
Okay, the numbers to call the mail line is 0201 277 0993. I'll take it again. The mail line 0201 277 0993. Then the female line is 0201 465 7190. I'll take it again 0201 465 7190. And if you'd like to send us a text message, you can send us a text message to our WhatsApp number, which is 080 95 97 5805. 080 95 97 5805.
Remember, we're live on YouTube and we're
Yep.
live on Facebook. YouTube, it's at Nigeria Info FM, and Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. We'll start taking your calls right about now. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from, sir? Eze from Odogolu. Eze, are you a regular caller?
I've not heard it before. No.
All right.
This is
I've
your
not
first
heard it.
time.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you very
Mr.
much. Go
Isaac.
ahead, please.
Go ahead.
Courted for at least like 1 year. And there's a day that I have an issue with the mother. No, it's not issue even. She just tell me her mind. She said there's one particular spirit that is in my wife. That anytime the spirit comes, if you did not beat her, she will not get herself back. So I was thinking that, hello?
Go.
Hello,
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
So I think that she's joking. So I didn't keep it in mind. So I married her. Then after some like 6 or 8 months after the marriage, I saw that thing that the mother told me happen. She started fighting me. She started behaving anyhow in the house. So when he started behaving like that, my mind goes to what the mother told me. And the thing is still affecting me till today. I did not have joy with my wife. Even now, she's not sleeping with me. For past 1-2 years now, I've not sleep with my wife. So this has become an issue. Even now, she also gang up with the children and start fighting me in the house every day. As I'm talking to you now, because of her, I couldn't stay in the house. So what do I do? Please, I want to hear from you. I beg you.
Let me ask you a question, sir. When you were dating her, did you see the signs of her being aggressive and all this? So, but you were warned by her own mother, right? You were warned before you married her that
Something was wrong.
Something was wrong. She did mistakenly. You did it now. Which mistake?
Mistakenly.
Now? So this is the issue. You married her because of the pregnancy. So if your family knows that she's pregnant and she gives birth to a child, can't you be the father and she will be the mother? Pregnancy does not mean husband and wife. It means father and mother. So I think the mistake was fundamental. You married because of pregnancy. How long have you been listening to this program? For the first time. Oh, thank you very much for that's
We're clapping for
it's
you.
awesome when you say
Welcome.
You people should call.
Yes.
So, sir, this is your solution is to leave now. And how is it possible that how many children do you have? And all the children are against you? Are all of them against you? So how many children are wait, hold on. How many children do you have a problem with out of the 4? Two are for you, 2 are against you.
And I was wondering, how can my own daughter?
Okay, sir. Yeah, I think your first the problem goes. That's the problem that I'm telling you. Problem grows. People think problem remains the same size. It grows. Nothing remains the same. Even you are not the same. Problem grows. If you have to attack a problem before it becomes bigger than you. Sir, before you do something really that you will regret, just leave. At least, thank God you have 2/2. That's 2/4. It's still a pass mark. Of course, you have to leave. What are you doing there? Is it until somebody dies or you go and do something that you'll be arrested for? You have to leave. What is the name of your church? Okay, you just mention you don't have to mention their location. The name. Okay. Let me tell you something, sir. The first problem you will have is when religion begins to dictate your safety. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Wisdom is what you need, not people. Now, can the people telling you to wait, can they take what you are taking? Is the person, and do they have the problem that you have, yet they are the ones telling you to stay in your problem? That's a problem in itself. When people who don't know what you are going through are the ones telling you how to react to it. They are telling you to stay. Didn't you hear that Osinachi were doing her remembrance today? And it was this same church issue. I wish you all the best, and we have to get off the phone line for other people to call.
All right, thank you. Numbers again to call 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993, and 0201-465-7190, female only.
The problem with you see this religious that will tell you to remain in danger, to remain in your affliction, to remain with your provocation, as if that is your title, the way you would enter heaven. As if God would judge you according to your marriage. You think your marriage is your judgment? It is your purpose that is your judgment, not your marriage. How do they even... Please, let's go to the phone.
Another thing he mentioned was about the shame that came with, him not accepting the child in the first place. So
there was no shame. You see, why would he not accept the child? They wanted him to marry. He married because the woman was pregnant. And I keep telling you,
to cover up what society might say or how people church would say.
Religious reasons are.
But one of the questions I wanted to ask him before he went off was how long he's been in that marriage. But let's go on the phone line. Hello?
4 children. Last born able to fight.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Are you... Oh. Please go ahead. Okay.
Sometime now, and it's not because exactly that, because it's from my family background, particularly. My mom and dad separated. I did not introduce them to each other. So while growing up with my mom, she was always of this opinion that when I have money, that I will focus on my wife's family. So I discovered that over time, I started having some challenges. I'll be eating in the dream. I struggle hard. I've gone to school, graduated, gone for my master's. The years I happened to be eating from hand to mouth. I just eating from hand to mouth. So I never knew that I came to Lagos. I got married. I never knew that.
You have to hurry. You have to hurry up, sir. We have just 2 minutes. You have to hurry up. Tell me.
Because I got married too. It was only when I left home, I started sleeping in my office, that the dream had to stop. So I never knew that this is my wife. I don't know whether she was a member of my family. The thing is just so confusing. That is now that I begin to see some shade of light. So I don't know, you just have to explain this kind of situation.
What is your problem, sir? What are you afraid? What is your problem?
Everything just turns bad. Everything, nothing I touch makes sense.
How long have you been married, sir?
10 years.
How long did you date her before you married her?
We dated for like 6 months.
And in the 6 months, wow. In the 6 months, was it a long distance relationship?
No.
You saw her regularly?
Yes.
And then you did not know that whatever you do in the 6 months, well, it was too short for you to notice anyway. I know. So now you are not happy. How many children do you have?
We have 3 children.
3. If you are not happy, you know, why reproduce in unhappiness? Do you understand?
I did not know that this thing had to do with her also.
From your family. So how did you now know it is from her?
See, the thing is, having left her for like 2-3 months now, those dreams have stopped.
Sir, wherever you feel safe, that's my conclusion. Wherever you feel safe, go there. Do you understand?
My concern now is children, because anytime my child visits me in the office, I will start having to feel like children.
Then I think there is another problem to that. Maybe you should call me after the program. I will share my phone number. Please call me after.
I had a number like that.
Okay. And in 10 years, you chose to call today.
I didn't know how to explain. The thing is not about character issues, so I find I don't know.
After the program, please call after the program.
Your wife and
call
your
his
children
personal
are
line.
giving you.
All right,
Your wife
thank
and
you.
kids giving you bad dreams. Let's move on.
All right, we have more calls. I don't know what's happening. Is it that the female line is not going through, or we're not getting female callers? What's happening? Female line 0201 465 7190 0201 465 7190. Hello, good morning. Good. Please go ahead.
I delayed. I wanted to marry. My mom refused me to marry till date. So in the course of having a conversation with my childhood friend who also knows my parents, he now said I should listen to my parents. The guy introduced a lady to me. So we haven't even started anything serious. So I wanted to send money to my parents in the village. The lady now told me, she can help me give them the money. I gave her the money to give to my parents. I've not even set my eyes on her. That was the only way my mom fell in love with her. She started telling me, let's go and marry her. I said, this person, I don't know if you've seen her. She continued to pressure and pressure and pressure. When I spoke to that, my friend now said, you see, the mom I love this lady, is better than the one she did not like. I was there on that contemplating this. And so we long distance relationship. I am in Lagos, she was in Akwa Ibom. Okay, I said, okay, she should come. The first day she came, she put up a good attitude. To just cut it short, I met her only twice. And the pressure from my parents, the pressure, I'm the only son, I should get this done, I should get this done, I should get this done. I couldn't sleep. My mom calls me every day, my dad calls me every day. Just to cut it short, we ended up getting married. But just like the second to last caller have said, it has been almost 10 years of regrettable and miserable marriage.
Hello, sir. So you married a girl you didn't really know because of pressure from your parents to marry. How long have you been married? How long have you been married? 9 years. How many children do you have? 4 children.
And the realities started to unveil. So when I started to speak to my parents and even to the guy that introduced me to her, they said, no marriage is perfect, no marriage is perfect. But things get to get worse every day. At night I won't sleep. She'll be shouting in the name of praying, cursing me in the name of praying. She's just a religious terrorist.
I'm sorry. I've not heard that one before. A religious, listen, sir. The problem is fundamental, and there are some things that you cannot be. You have somebody you loved. The issue is why. If I listen to my own mother, it's not that I'm telling you not to listen to your parents, but I was grown enough. I'm 42. I'm sorry, I was 42, so I'm old enough to choose a wife by myself. But if I had listened to other people, I won't be married to the woman I married today, but because I know what I wanted. So the issue for me is, if you know you are unhappy, how long have you been listening to this program, sir? Ah,
I'm not the only son. She has 3 boys and a girl. My parents are always, they don't want to lose their grandchildren. I should find a way. Nobody wants to hear my own part of the story.
When you die, sir, you already have children that will bear your name. Is that it? That your life is worth nothing? It is only the lives of your children that are worth something? You put yourself in this situation and you keep reinforcing this situation. You don't need to explain anything to anybody. The fact that you are separated from your wife or divorced from your wife does not mean that you cannot have access to your children, or your children cannot stay with you. If you've been listening for 2 years, I have said this. Even me, I have gone to court to get custody of my own child. I was a single father. There are laws that guide these things. And don't talk as if you are the mercy of anybody. You are the captain of your own ship. You decide. If you are unhappy, the thing is, if you are not happy, stop giving birth to children in unhappiness. Your relationship will kill the children. Everything you did. Olga, you are the one that put yourself there. Let me just put this. You are the one that put yourself there, and you are the one who chose to remain there, because from the very beginning, you are somebody who does not have a mind of his own. Your friend introduced a wife. Your mother sent away the woman you loved. You have more children because your wife was telling you to have more. What do you yourself, what have you wanted that you have gotten for yourself? If you want peace, you know the way. It's out the door. And if they want to use your children as a weapon against you, you go to court. It is very simple. It is very simple. There are already laws that guard it, so nobody can deprive you of your children. This is your choice to be simple. That is to be somebody that everybody is telling what to do and you be running around doing what other people are doing, want you to do, not what you want to do. We have to go now. I've told you your solution. After I've been calling my number every day for 2 years, you don't have it and you are the one with it. Okay, I'm coming.
We will call the number. Just keep listening. We will call the number just after the program, just before the program ends. Okay.
So, Barrister, this actually validates what you said about abusers wanting to reproduce more. Like I said, it's a pattern.
Yeah.
It validates that.
It is.
Which boils down to this particular message I want to read because that number, your number is really, really necessary. But when we come back after the break, we would read this message. And Barrister, you would drop your number.
Before we go on the break, there's this very short message here. I like it. This person, Chidozie, says, "Good morning, Barrister. Please, driving from Agege to Yaba for a woman at that time of the night is not a little act.
I'm telling you.
Most women.
I'm telling you.
Hey, she
And she drives a truck. She drove a truck. She didn't drive a car. She drove a truck.
A truck.
One
at that time of the night.
GMC, like the Tacoma, it was a truck. My wife likes all those big.
She says she deserves a Champions League trophy.
Anyways,
we have to go on a break. We have to go on a break.
Yeah.
People know the way.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Lagos, welcome back. This is the Relationship 360 here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Before we take your messages, let's tell you that yes, we've confirmed that there's a challenge with the female line. So what we'll do right now is that the male line 0201 277 0993 is open to both male and female. 0201 277 0993 open to both male and female. Again, I'll take the number 0201 277 0993. You can call both lines.
Okay, before we went on a break, there's this message I would feel Barrister should hear. Yes, he was like, my wife always thinks I would kill myself and children, but I'm going through hell in this relationship as a man. 12 years now, we are blessed with 2 sets of twins, and the main problem is my wife is a very jealous, dangerous woman with serious allegations levying on me every now and then. She's attempting to kill herself and the children, and she says I should confess that I have another wife. Barrister, I have never cheated, and for the past 12 years,
that doesn't matter. You have a threat to your life and the lives of your children. You have not gone to the police. You have not taken yourself and your children into safety. All you had to do is to get some kind of evidence. But when you see that your life and your children's lives are in danger, what is this thing that makes people remain? You don't have to threaten me twice.
I don't know if it's men.
I don't understand. And you know that she's serious. Do you know that jealousy is the most dangerous passion?
Yeah.
Jealousy, the other is
envy.
The word for jealousy originally is gelus, from the Latin word gelus. And from the direct translation, it is called passion. That is where you have crimes of passion. And from the word passion, crimes of passions are crimes of jealousy. 31.8% of the murders in the US are from crimes of passion. They are crimes of lovers, crimes of husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend. From their own statistic, it is more likely that you will be killed by somebody that you have loved, married, or dated. And you are being threatened day and night. You are still there with your children. Remember, I read the story of Mr. Nicholas Aditsev, who was a former worker of the Benue Makurdi Local Government Council. He and his 3 children were killed by his wife, and then the wife killed herself. This happened around 2018. The entire area knew them. She would come out, break the windscreen of his car, there was always, they had told him, this woman will kill you, but some kind of foolish bravado I don't understand. He stayed there, and this last day, the woman killed him, killed her 3 children, and then killed herself. One generation wiped off. Nicholas Adetsav, Adetsav. Go and Google it. It happened in Makurdi. You are here. You are being threatened. Stay. I wish you all the best.
Let's go on to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Okay, so Precious, I can hear feedback. Can you move away from your radio or reduce it? All right, go ahead, please.
You have a minute. Let's go.
Okay, so I was in Ghana, and I have been well, but I later found out that he's not a Christian. He's a Hindu person because of the parents have the brought up of the parents. So now my parents are like, no.
Sorry, he's Hindu. Is he Nigerian? Wow, that would be awesome. Go ahead. So what's the problem?
Now my parents are like, we're not compatible just because of the religion, and like I should leave the relationship. So I don't know if I can get any advice concerning that.
What do you think? See, listen, I don't, first of all, church does not mean character. Do you understand? So going to church with you does not mean that he's a good person. I want you to talk about his character and not whether he visits a church. By the way, Christians have the highest statistics of failed marriages, so it is not a matter of religion. Go ahead. I'm not a fan of parents telling you who to marry, or except if they see abuse. But if they haven't seen abuse, or they don't have some information that you don't have, maybe they know something about him or his family that you don't know. But I'm just saying, because he is Ghanaian, if he were American, if he were British, would that be the same issue? Make your choice, man. Make your own choice, because you are the one that would either suffer or enjoy it.
Precious, if I can ask you a question, have you noticed any red flag? What would you say is any downside of this of your relationship, or something that you've noticed, the downside that you've noticed with him? So you feel you can fix that?
No, that's not. Yes, so what you say is that he doesn't talk much. Is that a problem? You want someone who talks a lot? She doesn't want to hear from you. The mother, your visit, you said it was okay. Now you are saying it's not okay. The mother didn't really think. If, know what? Can you call me privately? This might take too much of that. Can you call me privately? Yeah.
So we'll share the number at the end of the program. Please keep listening, okay? All right. Barrister, go ahead.
Let's go ahead.
We don't have so much time, but let's we have 17. But hello, good morning. Good morning. Would you like to remain anonymous? Okay, go ahead.
Inform me, I'm anonymous. As today.
Shall bring Saturday morning?
Thank you, sir.
My wife leave me for about a year plus now, so I am in Benin before, but now I'm in Mowe here, Benin, Ogun State, so I don't bother about remarrying again because what the doctor really advised there is the final. You are the person who's enduring the issue. There is enjoyment. You are the person enjoying it. So once you see any red flag, don't wait till any advice. Thank you very much for your advice.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Well, again, we have many calls coming in. We have messages. Let me take this one call, and then we'll get back to your message. Hello, good morning. Please turn on the volume of the radio set. All right, go ahead, please.
To greet everybody here because I'm learning much. Even me now, Emeka, I'm looking for a woman, but I don't rush like before. Because I do mistake before. So that's why I like to listen to your program. So I thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, let's move to some of the messages that we have here.
This person too wants to read a little. She said, I've been in a relationship since 2025 when we were young, 2025. We've both grown and graduated. However, he's hesitant to marry despite my growing desire for commitment. He's delaying the process without any valid reason from my end. He doesn't want to do the necessary.
This is 2025.
She said 2025. Maybe it's a mistake. She might say 2005.
So you are waiting for a man. That's just the issue. You are waiting.
She's waiting for him to make a move.
Happy waiting.
And she said she's 29 and she's feeling stuck and unsure about it.
You got yourself stuck. You got yourself stuck. Is he the only man? I'm sure you have passes by other men. Date other. Listen, I didn't say sleep with. Date other people. Meet other people. You don't tie yourself to a bus that's not moving. When you stick with somebody so long, you are not going forward, you are not going backwards. You have men. Date other. Go out on dates. 5, 10 people tell you, please. Can I have your number? Give it to 2, 3 people. Talk to them. See if something can. When you sit down waiting for somebody, I wish you all the best. Too.
But in society nowadays, is it not considered cheating if you go on a date and you are in a serious relationship?
A serious relationship that is not leading
to anywhere. No.
A serious relationship that is not leading.
My guy might be needing his time.
And then let her be that time too. He doesn't have the monopoly of time. Both of you have time. You know, if I want to marry you, you will know. You will know that this man is crazy about you, he's trying to put things in place. You will see. But when you are dating someone over a year, going to 2 years, is it a course in the university? Are you going for that? You want to do BSc, MSc, except you are not ready, and the person will know that financially I'm not ready. And I will tell people you have to be financially ready for marriage. You can't just go and bring somebody into suffering. Let's move.
So this person is responding. This is Queen from Ikotu, and she says, when I heard that Mr. Eze mentioned Seventh-day Adventist Church as his church, I screamed and said Jesus, because that was my former church where I was born into, and I left because of outright hypocrisy and self-righteousness. My advice for him is to leave the marriage for his safety and not become a criminal, because you never know the extent to which the next fight will lead to.
The issue is it's in a lot of almost every church. So it's not just the 7. There are some regular churches that we have here. I'm sure those churches are even tired of being mentioning their name. So it's all over.
This person says, I really want to speak to you. I just left an abusive marriage last month. Your program has really helped me. I want to know how to go about the welfare of my children.
Is it male or female?
She's female.
Welfare, where are your children?
I think she will share your number at the end of the program so she can call
It's
you.
fantastic. Today is a lovely day. If you have just 2 more minutes, can we have
Let me. I hope this is a woman. I really hope this is a woman. Hello, good morning.
Please increase your volume, reduce your radio.
Okay, please help us reduce the volume of your radio, please, or step away from the radio. Okay. Yes, I can hear you now.
Madam, reduce the volume of your radio. Oh yeah, let's go. We have one.
People, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
It's all your teaching and love for people. So my own contribution is based on telling people to go and marry, to go and marry, to go and do this, to go and do that. I'm not in support of that. I'm also a single lady. But some of my family, they are pressurizing me to get married. Some of my friends, they will ask me, when are you getting married? All those kind of nonsense questions. There's one that even asked me, when are you getting married? I now told him, when are you going to die? So the matter just moved. Hello?
I'm clapping for you.
Encourage people, advise people just based on what you say. Don't allow anybody to pressurize you. Marriage is not a relationship that you say if you are tired, you just get out. It's a lifetime something. So I want to encourage everybody, just speak on God and pray that God should direct you. Madam, because it's only God that gives anything.
You started well. Madam, you started well. You started well, but when you now say God will direct you, God will. What are your eyes for? Then what is it? What are your brains for? Thank you very much. As you are, please don't let anybody pressure you. I agree.
I'll take this last message and then we go. We let you be. Yes. This man says, Barrister, my own story is I fled from my abusive wife 20-something years ago. Today, her 2 daughters she had for me are blaming and against me for leaving their mother. All effort to make them understand why I left has proved abortive. Though their mother later got married to another man with 3 kids, unfortunately, she died some time ago. And I think this echoes the fear of many men not leaving
you left and left the children. You should have, if you cannot get their custody, you should have been in their lives. It's very important that I keep telling you, Chibi, I did not marry man. I did not see my son for 3 years. I went to court. I fought like the magistrate was like, usually it's women that fight like this, until I got custody of my child. So the child knows. My son said, thank you for coming to get me. He was 9. He said, Daddy, thank you for coming to get me. He knows that this man fought for me. But when you do not do anything, you just leave and say, well, you don't, as if you are hopeless. There are laws that guide this thing. Nobody can prevent a father or mother from access to their children, only if they are abusive. I need to round up now. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Today is the Purple Curtain. Now, every 3rd Saturday of every month at number 14, Ugulano Drive, Surulere, I attend to all these questions you are asking me. You have a chance to come to the venue at 12 noon today, 14 Ugulano Drive, Surulere. It's the program called The Purple Curtain. I will be there live to answer your questions. And for those that need help, we also are there to see if we can help you, if in your case is help people. But for knowledge, it's something that you need to come and attend. All these, I've been trying to get your phone number, I've been trying to call you. No, I will be there in person from 12 noon to 3 p.m. Come. It's very annoying for me when you are in abusive marriages and I give you this kind of opportunity to meet me, you say, well, I've been listening to you for 2 years. You never called, you never showed up. And then there is an issue. Join me today, please, everyone, at number 14, Ogulana Drive, Surulere. Every third Saturday, so you know it. You let people come, let them tell you what they see. It's something that you need to be there. Next week, Friday, the 25th, we would have a walk against child sexual abuse. The meeting point would be at the KEJA, Nigerian Bar Association Secretariat. We would wear, the outfit would be a black top and black face cap. And there's a top t-shirt or whatever, and a black face cap. This Friday, 10 o'clock, we will kick off. We would walk around from the NBA Secretariat down to that last round on that bridge, turn around, and then walk to the office of the Commissioner of Police, which is there. It is to let the commissioner, who already knows, I was with him like 2-3 days ago, fantastic man. He had a very, very, when someone has a listening ear, he listened and he shared some of the abuse cases he himself had investigated. It was a serious matters here. Our children are being defiled and sodomized. It is so much that the cases of child sexual abuse is now more than cases of domestic violence and abuse. Our children, 1 in every 3 girls will be sexually harassed, defiled, molested before the age of 18. Our boys, 1 in every 7 will be sexually assaulted before the age of 12. You listened to this program and you saw how many men were sexually molested, harassed, some even sodomized while they were children. And it has affected them to this day. Our demands, our requests are that the police will no longer settle cases of defilement or sodomy, when people come to the police station to beg. Immediately, the matter should be transferred to the KEDA, Gender Unit. Various FSU, if your police station in your area has a family support unit, they are the ones who are trained to handle cases. A lot of cases get lost in police stations that, things happen. And, this is a work to sensitize, to appeal to the commissioner, to instruct the policemen no longer the moment. And we also, we just agree to settle because we don't want our name. Your children are your names. Once their lives are damaged, there is nothing we can do. Please, the work is open. Thank God that being supported by the Nigerian Bar Association, all the branches in Lagos State, Surulere, Lagos Island, Ikeja, Ikorodu are going to be there to support, and other non-governmental organizations, parents and children. We have children also going to be there to tell them, please, we need to save our children. Thank you very much. For those that might want to reach out to me, my number is 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. Oh, okay. 0909 3214 942. Please, we need your support. All this that we are doing for the children, we are not paying for it. We are only as able as your support. Don't sit back, because our children will marry their children will marry our children, so that in our old age we will not be settling, going to carry this one, your son is doing this, your daughter is doing that. We need to work and do the fight now, once and for all. Let me see. Those that are familiar with the story of Gift, the girl that we rescued from a very abusive father and the mother, whose spinal cord was fractured by the husband in domestic violence. We have some news that are not that palatable. She's been on admission. We've been going to 2 weeks now. 3 days ago, we found that she has an enlarged heart, an enlarged liver. She has been on oxygen for 2 weeks now, and this time it is really bad. She cannot stay without oxygen because now we found out that it is a heart condition and a liver condition. Those that might want to help us here, because this is now what we can handle. We have handled since December. It's not running at all. She's at the sickle cell ward for children. You can reach out to me please if you want to help or even visit to see what we are talking about. Not just for anybody, but not to come there and be talking and making noise. We need people that will help us, especially the set bills that are now too much. We're spending 100,000 minimum every day for 2 weeks. Oxygen alone is 22,100 naira for one cylinder, and it lasts less than 27 hours. Also, please join my YouTube channel, Barrister. It's going to be lots of content there now, and that's what I'm doing. And also, to watch recorded sessions of this program, I go to my YouTube page. This is Health Initiative, GNOSIS Health Initiative. Very important. Those of you in abusive marriages, those of you here listening to me, join me today at number 14, Orlando Drive. I will be there in person. Let us not waste time saying you have been trying to reach me. Every third Saturday. If you don't know, please drop at Ojuelegba under bridge. That is where you just get in and left straight to Orlando Drive, number 14. Thank you very much.
Okay, it's been an awesome conversation, I would say, as is of marriage. Well, the man from K2 says that the stories he has been hearing from here now, wow, he's very marveled at the stories that he has been hearing so he's wow.
Well, Lagos, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone who called, who listened in, who sent in a message, who sent a comment, dropped a comment on Facebook, on YouTube. We appreciate that you listen to this program, and we hope that you've been impacted by this program. We'll be back here again next week, Saturday, making a date with us. Don't go nowhere. We'll continue next. The discourse is up next. Hopefully. All right, Lagos. The discourse is up next. Don't go nowhere.
It's what happens when children come to school. How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, man. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, dirty uniforms and shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Energy to go further.
Thank you very much, everyone.